Please bear with me. We are going to get right into today's show. This is the SHIB Worldwide 50 Raffle. I'm Will, your host. Thank you for dropping in and saying hi. We are going to cover the value added constantly to the circulating currencies live stream broadcast of the SHIB Worldwide show. What we are going to do for you is invite you to come along and sit down and have a conversation that's going to be absolutely ecstatic. As we get ready to share this, go into analytics. So just bear with me for a couple of seconds here. I'm going to get right into today's massive breakthrough here. Second, we're going to break it down for you. As we rock you in, this is to bring you up to speed on the reduction in ship circulating supply, increasing value as it's constantly reducing ship circulating supply on a regular basis. We can't say it's doing it every single day, but we are reducing it constantly. So if you haven't noticed, we did reduce ship circulating supply today by approximately 2 million SHIB, which is, it is what it is. So everybody can somewhat pay attention to that. Yeah, so without further ado, we're going to get into today's session, but we're going to share the links here. Just give me a second. I'm going to go back and forth as we dare, as we share this information with you live. Hats. We're going to get right into today's session. You know what time it is. It's time to rock. There, where does it say? Megaville. We showed you a video yesterday of the upcoming events. We're going to share this with Facebook. Just give me a second here. We're going to get right into it. I got to share this so that everybody has a chance to come in and see what we're doing, see what's going on. We don't want to leave anyone out of the world, right? We want to make sure that everybody has a chance to come in and take part in these things. We don't want to leave anyone out. Leaving people out is not a good idea. Right. So we're live. We're going to count this in real quick here. Stop the music. Stop the music. What do we got here? Oh. Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for coming in and tuning in for another edition of the SHIB Worldwide 50 Raffle. Love everyone. Love to see everybody come out. Excellent. It's awesome. We massive love shout out to Jason Cox. Massive love shout out to Rowena Navarro. Massive love shout out to Babe's Channel. Massive love shout out to Wena. Massive love shout out to Krish Venshaw. Massive love shout out to Paul, Joe, Romel, DJ, Ryan. Massive love shout out to you. Massive love shout out to Jonathan and Sigir. Massive love shout out to you. Massive love shout out to the entire SHIB community. Massive love shout out to the entire world. Russia. Massive love shout out to you. Massive love shout out to Portugal. Massive love shout out to Venezuela. Peru. Argentina. Massive love shout out to you. Massive love shout out to Mary in Brazil. Massive love shout out to everyone in the Philippines, the Navarro family. Mary Clarice. Navir. Massive love shout out to you. Massive love shout out to Not. Massive love shout out to everybody in the Navarro family, everybody in the families that we stayed with and that participated and give us all the support that we need to watch the YouTube channels. Make sure that everybody follows along so that everybody understands what that means. 80% of everything that we take in from the channel goes strictly into your wallet. Okay, does it go directly to you? No, but it does go into the reduction of SHIB circulating supply. Absolutely. Everything that's collected from Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Rumble, everything that we talk about in SHIB is absolutely 100% burned. 80% of it's burned. We keep 20% of it for administration cost. With the raffle is supposed to speed things up drastically, so it increases your value astronomically, right? Because we're hosting a raffle every single day. So the whole thing is to because SHIB does not have any governance, it's up to every single person on the planet to promote SHIB. On its own, it does nothing. But with your help and the help of others from all over the world, we can help bring awareness to SHIB and therefore increase your wealth exponentially. Now, what does that mean? Well, if everyone were to participate in the raffle, we could reduce SHIB circulating supply in 2 years, basically down to 2 billion SHIB left in circulating supply. Now, at the current rate, which is undervalued at 7 billion market cap, which is extremely undervalued for SHIB because SHIB should be sitting at around 350 billion in market cap. And why should that be? Is because it's reducing its circulating supply constantly, which is adding value. Because we only have 1.5 million wallet holders, it makes it very difficult to have inflection points. Therefore, that's why we have so much liquidity going on, where people are not sure. But I mean, you just got to use some common sense and figure it out, right? You're reducing SHIB circulating supply. You're constantly adding value. That value that you're constantly adding should never sell below that point of its venue. Therefore, if you're seeing it selling off, that means people are scared. And if people are scared of selling SHIB, they're going to be petrified, scared, selling everything else. Because SHIB is the only currency in the entire world that's adding value constantly. So if it's adding value constantly, there should be more people piling in, afraid of not being able to buy it, period, at these levels ever again, because it's reducing its circulating supply. Therefore, it's like trying to catch water in a river. You can't catch the same piece of water in a river. Is that true? As long as it's flowing, you can't catch the same piece of water. It's impossible, right? Unless you have something to dam it. Then you can but then it's not a river anymore. It is a lake, right? So in a lake you can, because it's not flowing. Exactly. So it's the exact same idea. SHIB is constantly moving, it's constantly rapiding. Now, as it reduces circulating supply, the river that you knew before is now grown astronomically because it's what? It's moving faster and quicker and more ferocious because there's more people coming into it and less people leaving. So as long as we have more people coming in than leaving, we're always going to see what? We're always going to see, and this is the problem people don't understand about SHIB. SHIB is constantly reducing its circulating supply, which means that same supply is gone forever. It's never going to be in your pocket. You'll never obtain it. It's gone. So once that's gone, the next level is people don't understand it because they don't understand it because they're constantly selling it. If they understood it, they'd be like, wait a second. If this is going to be around $350 billion market cap, that's a 47x from where it is right now. 47 times. So if I were to buy, put $20,000 to work right now, how much could I buy? You would need to buy $40,000 to $50,000 worth of SHIB. Now, is that reasonable? No. And is that what we're suggesting? No, we don't. We suggest because people are in and out, and there's only 1.5 million wallet holders. We need 25 to 30 million wallet holders before it starts to solidify itself as a massive confidence boost in your abilities, right? So your ability is to see it grow exponentially. And therefore, all of a sudden, now you have inflection points where people are trying to get in and everybody wants to make money. This is the thing that gets me every single time. SHIB is affordable to every single person on the planet. And massive love shout to Big's channel. Yes, massive love shout to the Navarro family. Massive love shout to everyone in the entire world. Massive love shout to you. The inflection points are when people start to realize that it's constantly adding value. Therefore, it's better to hold it, wait, jump in, hold it, wait to see what happens, and then buy some more. Because you can't buy the same amount of water that's passed you by. It's gone. So that's what we're saying about SHIB. That's exactly what we're saying about SHIB. So SHIB, and we also said this before, SHIB is like owning a piece of land that's always adding value to that land. It's up to you if you want to sell that land, even though you have more of it, you want to sell it for less than what you paid for it. If it's constantly reducing its circulating supply, wouldn't it be in your best interest to hold it and not sell it because it's adding that value? Just like the river, once it passes you, that means that you have zero chance of obtaining it again, the same piece of water that passed you. So this is the point where people don't understand it, because if they understood it, SHIB would never, no one would ever sell it, because they're afraid if they sell it, they're not going to be able to get back in at the price that they just got out of. It hasn't happened yet because we only have 1.5 million wallet holders. What happens when you have 10 million wallet holders, 100 million wallet holders, 500 million wallet holders? All of a sudden, now everybody is doing the exact same thing. They're all measuring each other, whether or not they want to get in or out. But because it's now starting to get to that 1 cent, $1 range, because we have so many holders, we get to 1 billion wallet holders. All of a sudden, now you have an inflection point of $5 to $6. Okay. And then what are the chances of people selling it then? And then people will be smart. I hope people are smart enough to know that they're not going to turn it into fiat currency. They're going to leave it in SHIB and then use SHIB to buy all their goods and services with it. Does that make any sense to anybody? So you're gonna pay the hit to transfer the currency to whatever currency that you want to use. So you travel the whole world and you use SHIB to buy your tickets. You use SHIB to buy your dinners. And every time you use SHIB, what's going to happen? It's going to reduce the circulating supply of SHIB. So does it cost you anything? Yes, it costs you the reduction in SHIB circulating supply. Hey, wait a second, that's adding value to you. So it's like paying yourself to go on vacation. Exactly. It's paying yourself to go buy a house. Absolutely. So everybody understands that concept. So no one would ever sell SHIB, right? Well, you think about it. If it's constantly being used to reduce its circulating supply, would you ever sell SHIB? And you're able to buy and use it to pay bills. You're not going to sell it. You're going to continue to hold it, and you might even buy more of it if you can get your hands on it. Everybody's going to try and get in on it at that point in the concept of what's going on. Yeah, so that the inflection points are when people try to get in and understand what that means for the entire world. No one wants to get left out of this. No one wants to get left out of this currency, because once you get left out, doing the math on it, you'll understand exactly the inflection points and the. You might think I'm crazy, you might think I'm nuts, but you can't put an RSI Massive shout to winner. Massive shout out. Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties here as we're getting in. Can everybody hear me fine? I know you can't see the channel. We're trying really hard to get it going. SHIB is trading at 4013969996. SHIB should be flying through the roof right now because we have less. Just see if I can, because it seems like we're having some difficulties here. Might have to share something else. Token tracker is not responding. Technical difficulties. We're having some technical difficulties. Freeze. Yeah, it's frozen. It doesn't want to. It's having a hard time booting. Oh, good now? Excellent. Thanks, babes. Woo wee. 1367.6. Yay. Yeah, SHIB should be going through the roof, right? We should be climbing astronomically. Like, there should be very little sellers and extremely a lot of buyers. Um, People just don't understand what SHIB is. If they did, then they would understand what that means, and it would just continue to rise. There would be less people selling it and more people buying it, and our inflection points would be just astronomical because people would understand. Hey, wait a second. If this is worth 47 times more than it is right now, why are we selling it at this price? Exactly. So the people would understand that, and therefore they wouldn't sell it until it got to roughly that $350 billion market cap, which they haven't. So that's why there's less people that know about SHIB and more people know about trading it than they do about owning it. And what does that mean? Well, that doesn't mean anything. It just means that it's taken time to adhere to what's going on. But it gives everybody an opportunity. Absolutely gives everybody an opportunity to get in. But we all say the same thing. It is worth 47 times where it is right now. Yes, absolutely, it is worth 47 times where it is right now. Can you make a lot of money? Abs. 47 times your money. Hello. I don't know where you can make 47 times your money in anything. Um, and you can do it in SHIB because that's what SHIB is worth. Okay. Once it gets to 350 billion market cap, though, every time we reduce a certain percentage, that will increase the value of SHIB. And then you're going to see it's going to go up, then it's going to go down because people will start to say, hey, wait a second, it's overvalued now. Or it's at the valuations I no longer want to pay for because it is higher. But that also means if it goes lower than a certain inflection point, that people are jumping into it. So within that 20% range, 5 to 10, well, no, 20%, 10 to 20%, it's going to go up 20, it's going to go back down 10. The more we reduce, of course, the more you reduce, the more value it is. So you got to keep that in mind. So does that qualify though for a 10% move in the upside or 20% move in the upside? It depends on how much has been reduced. Now with the SHIB 50/50 raffle taking advantage of it, everything, what could happen? Well, you could have a billion SHIB removed every day, or 100 billion SHIB moved every day, or almost 500 billion SHIB for the first little bit, and then you start to see it pick up to 1 trillion to 2 trillion, and then all of a sudden everybody starts to have that panic and fear that I sold it too early, and then they're trying to buy it back. But everybody understands the raffles happening every single day. What's going to happen? SHIB is going to absolutely explode. Okay, because even though we get to a market valuation where the SHIB is going to explode on on the raffle, they understand that people are going to start piling in on it like crazy because they want to get it in before it exploded. Because once the raffle starts happening, everybody understands what the raffle means, right? The raffle means that there's more people coming in, and there's more people taking part in the raffle tickets. So that's going to drive everybody into SHIB, like everybody from everywhere, all over the world. And in fact, it hasn't happened yet. Just blows your mind. It just absolutely is phenomenal. Once the raffle happens, it's going to happen real quick. People are going to start paying attention to the website. They're going to start taking part in everything that's going on, and everybody's going to want to take an interest in it. Right now, we have 10. We had 10 visitors and 20 something page reviews. Okay, we update the raffle, the website every single day. We update the website. We try to update the website every single day because SHIB's changing every single day. We burned 2.8 million SHIB today. That's constantly reducing SHIB circulating supply. Again, adding value to the whole SHIB community. Every time we burn, we're adding value to the SHIB community. Now, how much value did we add? Well, $26 isn't a lot of value when you have 589 trillion SHIB outstanding. But you're still adding that value. You're still taking away that 2 million SHIB from everybody. 3 million SHIB, 100 million SHIB. You understand what we're saying, right? When you take that kind of value and add it to every single person, it doesn't mean a whole lot. But what it does give you is the ability to understand that what that means is this constant value being added constantly to the SHIB, to the growth of SHIB. Thanks, Babes Channel, for letting me know that we're all good here, that we're unfrozen. That's awesome. Yeah, because we want to make sure that everybody has an understanding of what's going on, and we don't want the video to freeze. Now, we did do a video yesterday, and you can find it on the website. I did post it. You just got to click on the picture, and I'll bring you into the website right now, so we can show you, hopefully. Okay, I'll share this. Okay, so this is on the website. This is under services. I don't know if you can see that. SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle. Home accumulation services. The third one in. Third services. Go down from services. See the building. Financial education starts here. And then the video is in here. Okay, so this is the video that we shared yesterday. It's in here. So you just click on the link and boom, you're in. And it's right there. SHIB Awakening. Okay. It's on there twice. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah. So we want to share that with everybody and make sure you pass it on to everybody that you know and share it with X, share it on TikTok, share it on Facebook, all your Facebook pages. Make sure you share that link. Just so that everybody has an understanding of what we're trying to do here is we're trying to increase your wealth, right? So if we're increasing your wealth, why wouldn't you? We want to make everybody on the planet aware of what SHIB is. And is SHIB better than Bitcoin? SHIB is better than every currency on the market because there's no currency reducing its circulating supply. SHIB is the only one reducing its circulating supply at will. So when we do the burns on the raffle draws, we are going to absolutely astronomically kill all the supply of SHIB fairly quickly. I'm 100,000% where we're going to reduce SHIB circulating supply because everybody wants to make money and they want to make it yesterday. So everybody's going to want to take part in this raffle. Even if they buy 5 tickets, 10 tickets, they're at least buying tickets. So it's going to increase everybody's understanding and wealth driven into SHIB. Nobody wants to get left out. And that's the whole purpose of it, right? So we're going to go right back into the charts so that everybody can see what is going on with SHIB. So when they talk about the RSI, and SHIB has got more inflection points, it's worth this much money. The truth of the matter is they don't understand it. Even Clay Bro and Oscar, they say no, it's not going to go like Bitcoin. I'm not saying it's going to go like Bitcoin. SHIB is its own on its own, 100%. But the one thing between SHIB and Bitcoin, Bitcoin's minting their Bitcoin. It has a limit. Yes, once it gets to that limit, it stops. SHIB doesn't have a limit. SHIB is constantly reducing that limit. So if it's constantly reducing that limit and Bitcoin's going up astronomically, what should SHIB be doing? Like a jet until it gets to a certain market capitalization where it's going to stop. But it's a long way from where it needs to be. It should be sitting at, like I said, $350 billion market cap. And there's a reason for that $350 billion market cap. That is so that people understand that every time it does a reduction, it's not going to change much. It's not going to have these huge inflection points. It's going to be constant. So every time it does a reduction, people are going to do an analysis. Is it worth more or less? So then they'll have to figure out if it's worth 5%, 2%, 3%, 4% of where it is. If it goes up 10%, it's only worth 2%, it's going to dive. Then it's going to increase again because you're going to have more people trying to time the bottom. They're not going to try and time it. What they're going to be doing is, do I want to get in at this price? Because I know it's undervalued by 3, 4% or 10% from where it stayed level because of the reduction in SHIB circulating supply. Now, if those supplies start to dwindle fast, then you're going to see trying to catch up to the reduction in SHIB circulating supply. So people are less likely to sell it. That's the whole point. When it gets to that level, 350 billion, more people are less likely to sell it than buy it. So what's happening is you're going to get these little and tiny movements in SHIB. So it's going to become constant, which everybody that's in banking loves, where it's constant. What's going to happen is once it starts to get to that level, all of them are going to start doing what? Coming up with ways to reduce SHIB circulating supply and at will. And that means lending it out, charging, doing whatever it is that they have to do to get the supply down so it drives the price up because they don't want something stagnant. They want to make sure it's constantly adding more value. So the only way that happens is reducing the SHIB circulating supply, which every single person on the planet wants to do. So every person wants to do it. They're going to come up with ways to do it. It'll be astronomical because it'll just be one thing after another. Boom, 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 boom. Because it's constantly adding value. So therefore it's always going to have green candles. And it's the only currency in the entire world that should have green candles because of the reduction in SHIB circulating supply. And it's going to get massively adopted that way. So every single organization, every single company is going to want to reduce the circulating supply because it's going to add more value to them. Not to you, because they want to try and steal your currency away from you, to try and tell you it isn't worth anything. Because if it's not worth anything to you, you will sell it at lower prices. Guess what's happening? 56% is held by the top 40 wallet holders. Now, those wallet holders, majority of them, all of them are, majority of them are exchanges. Now, why do they want to buy your SHIB from you? Because it's undervalued, right? They want it all at nothing. That's their trick. That's the one trick point that they want to try and get you out of SHIB, because they don't want you in it, because they want it all. And they want to trade it on their exchange. They want to get away from Ethereum so they can charge less for the fees, get you on their exchanges so that they can charge you less and make more money, and then come up with ways to reduce SHIB circulating supply. Absolutely. Why? Because it doesn't cost them anything. They get to write it off as a tax incentive from the government. You get to buy it from them and pay them to reduce the SHIB circulating supply. So it's a win-win situation for them. They get to reduce SHIB circulating supply using your money, and then using the adoption of the tax incentive to reduce SHIB circulating supply at the same time. So they're getting paid to reduce it from you, and then getting a kickback from the government to reduce even more. You understand what's going on? So every single company, every single organization is going to see this and start taking part in it, because it's going to increase their value. So what happens is, I'm sorry, but someone told you it isn't worth anything and start selling it because it's not going anywhere. The truth of the matter is, it is going somewhere. It's just not going as fast as you thought it was, and you didn't understand what was going on at the same time. You're not getting it, and you're not paying attention, because you're not paying attention to the wall holders. You're not paying attention to the burns, the reduction in SHIB circulating supply, and that's a massive drawdown on every single thing that you're trying to do or thinking about what you want to do. So this is SHIB Worldwide 50/50 Raffle. We're here to help you, to educate you, and to empower you. And how do we do that? Make sure that you understand what wealth creation is all about. And SHIB gives you that ability. It is the only thing in the entire world that does what it's supposed to do. Reduce, gain. Reduce, gain. That's it. So the more it reduces, the more it gains. You don't see that? I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do for you. You have to know what that means. You have to understand what that concept is doing for every single person on the planet. Now, what does that do for the value? It drives it astronomically higher. And this is Will, your host, and thank you so much for everybody. We're going to rock you out. Massive love shout out to Babe's channel, massive love shout out to Wena, massive love shout out to Rowena, massive love shout out to Jason Cox, massive love shout out to Prince Williams, massive love shout out to, and we're still working on the website. I'm hoping to get it running on Thursday, fully functioning on Thursday. I got a lot of stuff I got to do for Hollinger. But yeah, I'm hoping that we're going to get this off and running as quickly as possible, so I can get these, so you don't have to do one more thing on the on webinar, because webinar you have to do two little things different, and then with Hostinger, you only have to do one thing. So you only click once, boom, done. Make a buy, and then the auto responder kicks in right away, and boom, 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 and everything's done for you. So you can just pick the number of tickets you want to buy, 10, 20. Any more than that, we don't recommend it, because if you're spending that kind of money, it's all on you, right? It's whatever you is that you want to afford or whatever. But just keep this in mind, that if it's on the Ethereum blockchain, that you're using the Ethereum blockchain, it is 50 cents, and it's 62 cents or half a pound, depending on how you look at it. Okay, so 62 cents US, 89 cents Canadian. Gives you an idea of the breakdown of SHIB on what the SHIB worldwide 50 tickets are in collusion with, right? So you have to understand that. So whatever it is you can afford, that's what you buy, but please keep your wallets separate. So you have to have two wallets. You don't have to, but it's in your best interest, because once we pay it, you will have it go to that wallet address. So if you win, it's going to go to the wallet address that was specified when you bought the ticket, unless you specify, I want it put to this wallet. And then it's just a couple confirmation orders from me and from Prince, and then we pay it, right? Because the faster we pay it, the faster we burn. We can set the burns up so that everybody wins, right? All it is transfer in, transfer out. So transfer money in, transfer SHIB in, transfer SHIB out. You get paid in SHIB. Everybody gets paid in SHIB. No fiat currency. So do you pay taxes on that? No, you don't. Do you have proof of where you got it from? Yes, you have a wallet address where it was sent from, and then a wallet address where it came from, and then you have the burn wallet address. You have to keep all three, the two wallet addresses when you win. Okay. Why do you need that? Well, just in case the government wants to know where you got it from, and then what was done and where it was burned, so that you can write off your capital gains against your capital losses. The capital losses, of course, would be the burn, and then they'd be like, "Oh, so you lost more than you made." Exactly, or the exact same amount. Yes, so therefore you wouldn't have to pay taxes on it if you transferred it over to a fiat currency within months or days of winning. It's up to you. Everybody has that option. Just keep this in mind that the next day there's another raffle draw. Okay, just so you're aware. And there is a limit on how many tickets we can sell. It's on the website. We have posted on, available tickets. It's on the last page or second last page. Available tickets available for everybody. And then, of course, on accumulation page, there's a limit of tickets that can be sold. So we have accumulation for each tickets. So as we sell more and more tickets, there's less and less supply. That's how it should work, right? But if we have the price continues to jump astronomically, that's going to change everything, because that means that the ticket numbers keep going up, because you're not able to buy the same amount, because everything's based on the same amount of money. So it's based on half a pound. Okay. So if SHIB continues to go up, so does the number of tickets available, because it's the same amount. It's always going to be the same amount until SHIB gets to $1. And then we're going to go to, we might do the same thing. We'll be doing a voting regiment to see if we want to go with that, or we want to go and switch it over to SHIB. We'd probably go with something cheaper. Only reason why is make sure that people can get a chance to get in on the raffle, right? Because we want to keep the raffle inexpensive. Exactly. That means that we're not doing as many burns once it gets over $1. That's absolutely true. That is absolutely true. But that also means we have more adoption, because I'm pretty sure we probably have around close to 1 billion wall holders by that time. So stuff to keep in mind when you're talking. Anyway, I'm Will, your host. Thank you so much for coming in, and we're going to rock you out. God bless each and every one of you. Jesus loves you. Why do we talk about the same thing all the time? 5, 10, 20 people coming into the channel and taking part in what's going on is the reason why we only talk about. Just want to share that information with you, make sure that you understand what that information is and where we're going to go from there. So yeah, 47 times your money is where SHIB should be trading at currently. Roughly 350 billion. Now you want to be a multi-millionaire. It's simple. One, you need 3 billion, right? 3 billion SHIB. So 13 times 3. $39,000. Pretty damn good, eh? Yeah. So if you want to be a millionaire, that's what you need. If you want to trade it when it gets there. Now it's not there yet. Raffle takes off, and yeah, you're going to get there in a heartbeat. It's not going to take very long, because everybody starts to understand what that raffle means. Anyway, I'm Will, your host. Thank you so much. God bless each and every one of you. Jesus loves you, and happy Easter to every single person from yesterday and the weekend. Massive love shout to Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Massive love shout to every single person on the planet. Massive love shout to you in the Philippines. Massive love shout to everyone in Canada, everyone in Oklahoma, everyone in the United States. Massive love shout to Donald Trump. Massive love shout to Sudan. Massive love shout to good luck in the upcoming election in Canada. That's a love show to every single person on the planet. We love you all. We want to make sure that you live long and prosper. We want to make sure that you have prosperity in your life. And that's the thing. We love each and every one of you. Take care of yourselves and each other. And we're going to do the count. Peace out, everybody. Love you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Good night. God bless. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night from wherever you are in the world. Bye for now. Till tomorrow. Till tomorrow.